What up, gamers? We're back with a little bit of a different gameplay twist on this Saturday. Hope you all are having a good Saturday. We're starting to add in our non-modern gameplay content on Saturdays. Saturdays will be our day for special content, whether it's MTGO, whether it's Legacy, Standard, Pioneer, Pokemon, maybe some more Riftbound, One Piece, you know, just other gaming stuff. But this time, we're starting off with two players that were doing some practicing, testing, and getting themselves prepped and ready for the RC grind that is Standard going on. And we've got Simic Ouroboriod versus Dimir Midrange. Now, there's a couple variations and twists on all of these decks, you know, as Standard has evolved. One of the fun, exciting things going on is that, you know, these players are still trying to figure out what they want to do, what cards they want to use and don't want to use in the format. So, like, you know, testing things out. How can we fight against some of these powerful cards? Like Badger Mole Cub is one of the most powerful and popular cards within the kind of green sphere that is currently Standard. So finding ways to attack it and battle against it is super important, super key here. So we do see sort of removal spells getting flung across like Fairy Fencing to try to answer it here. So it's going to be a very interesting match between these two players as they are looking to land threats, looking to be able to kind of see whose threats will survive long enough to make something happen. But we've got a Dimir Midrange player landing Kaido here to try to kind of make something happen. A lot of the Dimir decks have kind of pivoted and since gone into the Dimir Excruciator style of things and going for like a mill reanimation package, but there's still other Dimir decks that players are testing out. Like this is one of it. It has fallen off a little bit more as more powerful and more, you know, consistent like rhythm-based decks. Like even the Simic Ouroboriod is basically like a Simic rhythm style deck at this point in time. You know, but there are some other additions that make it a little bit different. You know, because they're all rhythm decks at this point if you're playing green, right? So, you know, we've got those. There's, of course, Is It Lessons, you know, airbending decks, but even elementals, right? Another really powerful one. So it's really just sort of like how we're going. Also, that face down face down card represents another Ouroboriod there. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words when I'm trying to say that one, but you know, Quantum Riddler is an amazing card. It's been doing so much work in Modern as well as in Standard here. So, you know, that is one of those things that you're like, oh, okay, cool. This is something that's going to be sticking around doing really well here. Now, of course, there is a lot of Standard events that are taking place. I don't know how they're firing in your area and what your shop's meta and stuff looks like. A lot of these players that are playing you know, are competing in the RCQ grind and doing all that stuff at a lot of the local shops in our area that have maybe a bigger Standard scene, or at least a bigger, stronger, more competitive scene that exists. So we'll see how these players are going to set themselves up as we will be shuffling away, getting rid of that pesky little Riddler here. So yeah, the mid-range deck, like, you look at the life totals here and you're like, okay, advantage meter wise, things are looking pretty good. We've been able to kind of answer the big threats, like Ouroboriod's gone, the Riddler's gone. I mean, there's 8 damage staring across us here. Oh, I guess we had the stun counter on it. Okay. I was like, oh, it still stays tapped? Just kidding. We're making sure this is here. Another Riddler. Hardcast Riddler. Kill Kaido here. And we've got a flyer that we would normally try to push for damage with, but Riddler being a 4/6 definitely puts a stop to that. Here we go. Relentless Reef. We've talked about the kind of mill abilities here. Having this in there is really, really good. Also helps us out if you're playing against a Dimir Excruciator list that is designed to basically mill everybody out with the Doomsday Excruciator. That's a way to help kind of close the game out as well. So, oh, Badger Mole Cub, such a powerful card. Earthbending, of course, our mana is increased here. Ouroboriod's going to be attempted to come out here. Will be able to resolve, but recruiting Hex is going to be putting a stop to at least the Badger Mole for now. Gene Pollinator is going to get cast as well, and now we're going wide. And big hits coming across here. 5 damage. Flying in, trying to do what we can. We're actually going to remove the counter here, it looks like. Pause on upkeep. Ooh, doing some stunning. Okay, I like it. But again, the Ouroboriod numero dos, and that will just run away with things here. That'll do it. Game 1 here. So now this is, again, we talked about testing. These players are going to be playing essentially like, I don't know, what do we get, like 5 games or something of them just learning through and playing and practicing the different matches. So they're going through sideboards here, trying to see what tools they've got to help them out. Because, again, a lot of this testing, this was recorded a little while ago, a lot of the testing was, how can we deal with this crazy little cub? All right, that's
We're
the
interrupting our
accelerator here.
gameplay to let you know about our new affiliate with Nerdgear. Nerdgear.gg/NanMan will take you directly to the website, and as you can see, they've got a bunch of awesome gaming accessories from playmats, life counters with the life tracks, playmat holders, and more. So make sure you do some browsing on the site, find some goodies, and then use the code NGNanman for 5% off your entire order. But let's get back to our gameplay.
Yeah, make sure y'all are checking out the stores. Of course, use our codes. Get yourself a nice little discount on all the accessories. Whether they're sleeves, life tracks, playmats. They got some cool playmats on the site too. So if you're interested in checking that stuff out, highly recommend. Make sure you use NG NanMan for a discount. But let's see. Both players setting themselves up. We're just sort of land go for our mid-range player. Brisbane Battler here. Trample Ward 2. It's a 6/6. It does have 5 -1 counters on it. And when another creature you control enters, you get to remove one of those minus counters. So, but the Ward ability is really nice. Plus the Trample. So it's like adds an extra clock. And when you have Ouroboriod putting +1 counters, it basically negates the counters and nets equal. Surrock here, though, can't be countered. Trample whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability your opponent has cast, you get to draw a card.
Okay.
I like the little fairy action. Like I've got a fairy deck in Modern that I've been playing around with using like Bitter Blossoms and stuff like that. And I did just recently add this new Flash Fairy in there. I've also seen it in the Vintage Cube on MTGO that I've been playing around with. All right, so here's our first board wipe, 0-point Ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. So let's wipe the board here. All right, tapped out. That means the coast is clear. Our first rhythm's going to get activated. Look at that ramp. Nature's rhythm gets us our Badger Mole Cubs.
Oh, yeah, I got
Earthbending it out. All right, pause it on upkeep. Tap this using our Flood Pit Drowner. Mixing and matching words and names in my brain here, but the idea behind it is the same. We're stunning this land to kind of slow down our opponent the best that we can, but warping in a Riddler. And counter the trigger with the Spider Sense here. Do we fight over that? Nah. We're fine. Yeah, we would have liked the value. We have our own Spider Sense, but saving that to counter a removal spell is more impactful than drawing a card here. All right, Restless Reef. I'm telling you, I'm stumbling over my words today. Restless Reef coming across 4 damage, going to be hitting there, or causing a little bit of mill action as well. Next land, Sun counters are now gone, so we will get the land back next turn. But for now, we're in another setup turn, attempting to do another Riddler. No Spider Sense to be used here. All right, what do we got following up? Restless Reef number 2. Yeah, I want to say Risen Reef. That's what I like. My brain keeps wanting to try to say instead of Restless from, all the modern gameplay we've commentated over the years. Vigilance, allowing us to swing for 2 because we know that the Cub will not get, chumped here. Ooh, but another fairy fencing going to be dropped down. That was what we're going to use our Spider Sense, and we'll return this to our hand to be able to do that for the 1 blue. Land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana means we could bring out one of those Riddlers. I think there's another one in our hand too, but like the idea of just being like, yeah, let's just do that. Double check the graveyard here. Oh, okay. Rhythm was moved up to the front there. So that's the ability to harmonize. You can cast it from your graveyard there. Help yourself set yourself up. Of course, you could tap a creature to help you cast it there, but looks like Ouroboriod will be utilized here. +1 counters. We'll swing for 3. Can I draw anything but a land? Our mid-range player says. That's tough. All right, Reef coming across. 4 more. 2 mana still available. Have a blocker here, but I mean a 2/4 Ouroboriod is not going to be chump blocking that Reef. That's for sure. I mean, being able to, like, yeah, I don't know. 4/4 is pretty good, and it has Death Touch. Like, the Reef is solid. All right, upticking on the counters. We're moving to combat here. We'll chump this. Ooh, shock. Down to 6. Is it time? Yeah, Riddler coming in. Oh, we've got a Spell Stutter. Spider Sense, little bit of wizard action here as they battle it out, trying to resolve a spell. And Riddler does stick, which, yeah, that's going to... The game... It's really interesting with the way that these matchups are going so far, is it's like the Dimir player is starting out strong. They're answering stuff. They're, spending their resources, doing these 1-for-1s, and then something hits, right? It is a Riddler. It is an Ouroboriod, right? A Nature's Rhythm. Something resolves, and then it just, like, all falls apart. Like, it does feel like the Simic player is like, survive until I turn that corner, and now I've won. Right, and now it's just like, oh, okay, I've taken over the game, and there's not really anything you can do to deal with this. Ooh, the bat. I love the art on this Deep Cavern bat. Little store championship one. What are we stealing here? I mean, that's a scary-looking hand. Don't want any more advantage from being able to... I think that was a Surak there, so... Colorless green. Badger Mole... Warp in. Wow. What? See, this is like, that's crazy. All right. Now, I did not mark down the life there, sadly. I think I should have. I think there should have been a life gain element. Doesn't it have lifelink? Does that bat have lifelink? I have to look, because now I don't. I want to say it does. I'm going to look now. Now I can't remember. Deep Cavern Bat. Yeah, it's a 1/1 with lifelink and flying. So I guess the life total should have been slightly different. I apologize. That's going to happen. If you notice any other mistakes with some of the gameplay, or at least with my tracking of the life totals, please let me know, because that is one thing that we have to do in post. Like when we're doing our editing, we sit here and put all the card images up for you to enjoy, as well as do adjustments to the life totals individually there and manually. So, but if you like the standard stuff, let us know. Leave a comment. Tell us if you want to see more standard action. We don't have that much extra standard in queue at the moment. We've got some legacy coming up next month. All right, what do we got here? Shooting this. Swinging in. Yeah, kind of hurting on lands for a minute there. But, Pollinator. Reef, okay. Yeah, it also feels like the difference with this mid-range deck. Maybe this Dimir mid-range deck would benefit from Riddlers as well. All right? Maybe you're just like... I mean, Kaido seems to be the top end for the deck, but maybe that's what it needs too, is like I see the mid-range player basically be Hellbent again, and they're in tap-out mode, kind of land go, and now it's like the Riddlers are one way to help. Okay, we're doing the block here, mill 4, and then trade this off. And now our mid-range player really has nothing. So it's basically just looking for a hit. Warp, let's go. Draw 2 off it, 1 card left in hand. I don't know what that green card is. Somebody tell me. Looks like it's from Dustmorn, but... what the heck is that green card? Alright, what do we got here? Ouroboriod player could just hardcast the Riddler here, but looks like... alright, Rhythm. Going for 2. Looks like a Badger Mold Cub. Let's accelerate things a little bit more. Earthbending 1. So we have 2 lands that are earthbended right now. So essentially we've got 4 mana floating right now. Okay, well there's the Surrak. So what is that other green guy? Alright, we know it's the 3/3. Because I could hear it in the video of the player. Like, I'll take 3. But otherwise, I don't know. Oh, okay. We could board wipe here. But then it's like the Riddler comes out. Okay. Keep this alive. Everything else dies. Land. Yeah, hardcast the Riddler. Yeah, maybe the Dimir deck needs Riddlers. Because imagine like these moments here, like if you are just being like I'm removal dot deck in Dimir with a couple of fairies, and like I don't know, because the warp in for 2 seems very relevant. Cast of yeah. Oh, the hoof.
That is how Charles has killed me.
Hoofing. We're straight up hoofing over here. 3-0 right now in favor of our Simic player. Will our Dimir player take a game at all? I mean, again, it's like we're seeing this very specific style of just like answering, dealing with it, cool, up. It's gone on long enough. You've run out of resources. You're in top deck mode, and now I'm landing threats because I'm able to refill more efficiently. And utilize my mana more efficiently as well with like Badger Mold Cubs, Nature's Rhythm, stuff like that. So Land of Werewolves to kick things off here. Continuing up with our ramp. Kill the ramp. Alright, bolt the bird, if you will. Bossing Say. Gene Pollinator. Robot Insect. Alright, there's the bat. Oh, gosh.
This is fucking crazy.
We got, what is that, 2 Nature's Rhythms. We've got 2 Riddlers and Mana Dork here. So we grab the Mana Dork, try to slow things down a little bit because, yeah, I guess oh, man. Oh, you could just do both Riddlers here. Warp in the first Riddler, draw a card, use the Gene Pollinator and the other mana to warp in the second Riddler. Yeah, first warp in, draw a card. Tap for a blue. There it is. Second one. Oh, gross. Yep, put those over there. We'll get to them. Don't worry. All right. Again, there should have been an extra point of life adjusted here because it is a 1/1 lifelink flyer. The players are tracking their life totals correctly, though. That is the other thing, right? Like, you can see the life point pad over there to the right, so that is one of those, like, okay, they know what they're doing. Rhythm for 2.
Okay.
Get that badger mole, cub.
Sure.
All right, what are we earthbending?
Trigger rules.
Okay, got our land ready to go. Looks like our mid-range player is debating about... Nah, they're fine. I said, let's just keep it up. Chip away. Yeah, so life totals, it should be, I think, 22 now to 17. We'll see if how much that is relevant here. I mean, I guess it is... Oh, yeah, I guess that's the other thing. I don't know if I've been tracking with the 0-point ballads because that you have to lose X life as well. So I think the life totals are all discombobulated for our Dimir player.
Sure.
Cub following up. All right, our land for turn. Okay, land where else? All right. Yeah, I do. It's like, you know, the Dimir player just made the comment, I feel so far behind. And that's what it feels like currently with this matchup. And maybe it is just like that's why most players have moved away from the mid-range of the Dimir. Like, the removal is so good, but it's like the deck makes so much mana and accelerates so quickly that it's like it becomes very, very tough to deal with. I mean, maybe that's why players are running like the Excruciator Dimir stuff, because it is just able to do things so much better about battling against the Cub than other things. But the Cub is very good, you know, Ouroboriod's very good. I mean, you could go all, like, it's nice that there's, like, so many different decks in Standard. I prefer when we have a diverse meta and there are multiple top decks. I mean, you know, Is It Lessons is still very, very good. You know, all the rhythm decks are very good. Bant airbending is good. What else we got in there? Elementals. Even there's some control decks. Also, like, there's different otter builds that keep popping up. Like, there's a Teamer otter deck that exists, or even just like a blue-white one. Like, there's cool things that you can do with Standard right now. All right, Nature's Rhythm time. Go for 5. Let's just go get a Riddler here. Tidebinder will hit the trigger. So now Riddler is just a 4/6. And then I just die here. Oh, draw a land. Yeah, and we've got another rhythm. So we could be able to, I mean, what? 1, 2, 3. Could we just hoof? Maybe not. Not yet, but. Oh, I guess you get an Ouroboriod then, huh? Whew, 4-0 in favor of our Simic player.
Austin's running the meta version. He's not running.
Okay, so there are some, yeah, so we're looking at, like, they look through some of the choices and some of the cards that players are running. And it says, I don't know if you're running Spider Sense, right? Like some of the other players that he's battled against that are playing this Simic list. He's like, you know, I haven't seen certain cards, like these ones I haven't really seen players running. I mean, the Formidable Speaker, yeah, are really, like, you should be running that. You should be running, like, these are cards that I feel like, you know, you should be on. But that's, you know, part of the fun of testing is players are experimenting what works, what doesn't work, what should I be running, what should I not be running. Like, the Surak's really good.
This will also be in the main thing.
Yeah, that'll be, he's saying this should be in the main board, this should be in the main board for sure. If you have not seen them yet, that means the players are not playing maybe the best version, which is true. You know, that's part of the fun with players figuring things out.
With this matchup.
All right, we're seeing a little bit of the sideboard stuff from the card, from what the players had, you know, which is always nice and exciting to see. Of like, okay, I brought these in. This is what I tried to use to fight against you. It just really wasn't enough. Or like, even with the 4 matches we saw, it really came down to just like one for wanting, depleting resources, and then we go into top deck mode. Your top decks are better than mine. We never saw the enchantment, that cat over there that helped us draw cards. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. Very, very interesting stuff, though. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of standard sprinkled in. Of course, we will be doing more stuff on Saturdays for you guys, beginning and end of the month, guaranteed new episodes, as well as our continued modern stuff every Monday and Thursday. But that's going to do it for us here today. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching, y'all, and I'll see you all next game.